Kristin and this belatedly is a video for day number 229 of my Song a Day project. And the song that I'm doing is Crazy for You by Madonna.
Swaying room as the music starts, strangers making the most of the dark. Two by two their bodies become one. I see you through the smoky air. Can't you feel the weight of my stare? You're so close but still a world away. What I'm dying to say is that I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you'll know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's so brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. Crazy for you. Trying hard to control my heart. I walk over to where you are. Eye to eye, we need no words at all. Slowly now we begin to move. Every breath I'm deeper into you. Soon we two are standing still in time. If you read my mind, you'll see I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you'll know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's so brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. You'll feel it in my kiss because I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you'll know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's so brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. Crazy for you. It's all brand new. I'm crazy for you, and you know it's true. I'm crazy, crazy for you. Oh, 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 oh.
That was my rendition of Crazy for You by Madonna. And I know that song from the 13 Going on 30 soundtrack, and I'm not sure if I would know it otherwise. And sometimes I think I sort of conflate it in my mind with other songs from that soundtrack. Really good soundtrack, by the way. Cute movie, too. Really great soundtrack. And I had previously done I Want to Dance with Somebody, used in that as well. Thriller is not on the soundtrack, although there's the big Maggie Thriller scene. But good song, although a little out of my range. And I had to like drop it down at parts to make it work. And that probably sounded awkward mid-verse. Because otherwise it would have been like a little too high for me. Although maybe that would have been better because it wouldn't have been the awkward drop. I don't know. Otherwise it would have been like, we need no words at all. Slowly now we begin to move. Every breath I'm deeper into you. Soon we two are standing still in time. If you could read my mind, you'll see I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you'll know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you. But I think that the chorus sounds better if I do it a little lower, like,
I'm crazy for you. Touch me once and you'll know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's all brand new. You'll feel it in my kiss. I'm crazy for you.
So I think that did sound better, less Madonna-like. I did have the sort of high-pitched, maybe sort of nasally, Madonna-ish vocal quality in the song to some degree. But dropping it down a little lower there, I think it sounded a little less like her and a little more like me, and a little better. It's hard as someone who's always sort of done some level of vocal mimicry in the songs that I hear and sing, that it was hard for a very long time finding my own voice. Like, what is my sound? Like, because I've always, I always, take some of the vocal quality in a song and, project that. So, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I think over recent years, I have more developed my own voice and don't always sing songs so much like the other people. but I often will, still put some of that into it. But anyway, so I do think it sounded better lower, but it might have been a little awkward when I had to drop down. Although on that second verse, I think it actually does sort of drop down a little bit. But not so great with the ear for that kind of things. But like I can't read vocal music and stuff. It's like in Drumline, how he's a good musician but couldn't read the music. I am calling myself a good musician. Jake just jumped on the table and skidded a bunch across the stuff. I think I'm a pretty good singer. I don't have the confidence that I did a long time ago, when I was sort of a little prodigy, I had this little girl with a big voice, but I still think I'm a good singer. I mean, it is difficult to do hundreds of different songs without music and sound good, but hopefully I do. By the way, and my dad will catch up on me soon and will hear this, but he and I are having an argument recently. He does not think that singers are musicians, and I said, what are you talking about? He thinks musician only refers to instrumentalist. No, it's like the circle diagrams, Singers and instrumentalists, both musicians. Anyway, though. But so that was probably a little awkward with the drop down there, but hopefully it still sounded all right. And there's a line in the song that bothers me a bit, but it could be perceived different ways, and most people probably wouldn't even hone in on it and would consider it rather benign. But there's the line, "I see you through the smoky air," and that bothers me. But it could be referring to a fog machine, or just the lighting and the dust particles in the air. So it doesn't have to be something bad. I mean, it probably was originally, but especially nowadays where most places, are wisely going smoke-free, that it would not mean what it probably did in that song. So anyway, yes, if you've not watched my other videos, perhaps you don't know that I'm adamantly against all drugs. And I hate when I'm somewhere and there are people smoking anywhere around, like, outside of stores and stuff. I'll cover my face with my shirt and swear at them and stuff. But anyway, that's a total tangent. But I'm on a really bad schedule with recording still, and on a terrible schedule with editing and posting. I just finished editing video 220, so I'm nearly 10 behind, so that's not good. And I have to work harder to catch up on editing and posting. And that, as I've said before, will be easier if I keep these concise. And this one already has become longer than intended. So, in an effort to keep this short, and since I don't really have anything else to say about this particular song, although, oh yes, I've done a few Madonna songs previously, and I'm surprised by how many Madonna songs I know and either have done for my project or might be interested in doing my project. I mean, I'm probably almost through most of them, and I might do one or two more, but anyway, I hadn't even originally thought of this one, and it is a very catchy song, and I think I do a decent job on it, so hopefully that is indeed the case. But, as I was saying before, I should wrap this up, and I'll try to knuckle down on some editing over the next day or two, although I've been juggling a lot of things with homework and stuff, although that's not really an excuse. But and I have still been recording, so it's just I'm a little behind on the posting, and I haven't really had the wherewithal to do tedious editing hour after hour, day after day, so I've got to try to buckle back down on that. Knuckle down, buckle down. Huh. Which is it? Is it both? Weird. Anyway, so once again, hopefully that sounded good. That was my edition of Crazy for You by Madonna for day 229 of my Song a Day project. As always, thanks for listening, and please check back often. I'm Kristin Starr. Peace!